My plight is real. The sea was angry that day, my friend. I have been struggling to get good audio on my Huawei. We got the Huawei P40 Pro here. I love it. Super slow motion, decently sized sensor. It's better than most point and shoot. This really did kill off the point and shoot. It's looking at the 1-inch sensor trying to kill that off. I think it did it. Maybe. It did. The reason I got this thing, I watched a bunch of reviews on many different smartphones, and this one had a very simple solution. Some guy had a lav mic right in there, and I was like, there it is. That's perfect. And that same guy reviewed the Sony Xperia Mark V, no, the 5 Mark II, and he couldn't use a lav mic. So I was like, that's a piece of shit. When I got this thing, the first thing I did was get a little USB-C to 3.5mm adapter, but it didn't work on any of my microphones. So I sent it back, got another one, that one didn't work. Then I bought a USB-C lav mic, and it was giving me a heartbeat, which reminded me of my impending heart attack in 13 years due to my high-fat diet. I don't mind that. I had almost given up hope, and then this company reached out to me. We have a solution. We're gonna test it today, pit it against a couple things. I think we finally have good audio in a phone, plus the slow motion and terrible color science. Why do you do it? Still, it's good. Let's review it.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're gonna go outside in a minute, test the internal mic versus this new lav mic versus another mic they sent me with a new adapter I bought that actually works. And we also test the little shotgun Sennheiser. This little adapter, I went to Best Buy. Focus on it, Sony. I believe. This thing, it's like a Huawei branded USB-C to 3.5mm. It had Huawei on the thing. I was like, that's my thing. It's gonna work. I get it. There's no Huawei anywhere. That was a lie. But it still worked. So I don't mind the lie. And yes, this is my music channel symbol. I just released a new music video. Go subscribe down below, Stern Beats. You don't care. So Comica reached out to me. I thought they were maybe like a budget brand, but this thing sounds really good. So I'll tell you, there's some pros and cons to it. Definitely. We'll get to that. But I think their other solution is actually going to be better. We'll see if it sounds as good. But this has its own power. So it's like bypassing the preamps of that Huawei. So it's a good thing, but that means it has a battery, which means it's gonna run out one day on you. I don't know what's gonna happen when it just dies. Will it switch to the internal mic that I have no wind thing on? Because I won't, I'll have this wind thing. Why would I have two? Why would I have a backup plan? I'd never have. So we'll show you the physical mic and then we'll go out and test it. So basically, it's long. There's a lot of cord action happening here. Not a huge fan of the mile-long cords. So basically, we have a USB-C connection that goes into your phone, and then this brick, which has a clip, so that can slide into your pant buckle or a pocket. And so you have to turn it on. At least it has a green light, so you know it's running. It has a low-pass filter. If you want, we'll test it. And it has a gain knob. And what I love about it is the audio levels are all equal. It's very compressed, which may sound like a radio show, but I'm always trying to level out the volumes. There's like loudness and then some whisper quiet. Oh, you can't hear it. And I just want to even keel. And this does that. I love that. The clip isn't the greatest thing. I've had it pop out on me a couple times. It doesn't come out much. I wanted to hook it on the back of this thing, so it would just be there, and then I could see that green light as I'm recording. That would have been fantastic, but it does not. That hurt. One thing with this clipped on to your pants or something, it's not the very longest cord, so you can't really, it's just perfect enough for that Nebula tripod, 19-incher, just at the very end of it. It won't go much further. I don't know where else I could clip the thing. Maybe on the tripod, I doubt it. So that's clipped onto a pocket, and then this bunch is in another pocket, and then this is running up to here. It works. It's a little clunky, but I don't mind it. I do mind it, actually. And last thing before we go outside and test it, it has one of those like lithium batteries, so you don't charge this thing, it just dies eventually, and then you go buy one. They're cheap, and I don't know how long it lasts. It's still going, I've made a couple videos with it, but I have no idea on that one. So that's it. Let's go test it. I just realized I filmed the whole Sony segment in 24p, and this is 30p. So if you're wondering why that looked interesting, I'm a moron. So we're just listening to the internal mic of the Huawei with a little wind muff on it. It looks weird, but it works. Just a couple little side tangent rants as we walk towards a traffic area, and then we'll test to see the rejection of our hearts. You can't adjust any of the audio settings in here, so Huawei does this wind processing, and it just sounds terrible at times. Sometimes it's fine. It's like, wow, that sounds really good. Other times, you can't change anything. That's annoying. Second annoyance. Has nothing to do with anything. I just found out from one of you assholes that there's a Huawei Mate 40 Pro Plus that I didn't buy, which has an even wider angle, and the main cam has a optical stave in it. Why didn't I... God. I don't know if the 14mm lens equivalent, I don't know if it has a... The hell is wrong with your car? Something. I don't know if the wide angle has as big a sensor as this one, but it might. It has less tone. I hate my life. The good thing about using an external mic on here is that it bypasses all that audio processing, I do believe. So, let's go up to the traffic. It's a bridge. People jump off it. I'm not going to, if this lav mic sounds good. And just if you're curious, this is the bigger sensor. This is the ultimate quality, but the colors are so weird. Some people have said that this is a Sony, instead of an RGB, red, green, blue sensor, it's like red, yellow, yellow, purple. It's like something stupid. And then Huawei's like, don't worry, we can algorithm it. They don't. They do not. So everything's red. The jacket will turn red or purple. I don't understand these phones. Piece of phone. Okay, I figure this is a good area to start. We're in a busy road over here. Look at it. Look at that road. So this is what we're witnessing. This is a daily situation for a vlogger. He's presented with these obstacles his whole life, and somehow he must overcome them. So this is just internal phone audio with wind protection, and it is pretty windy, so we'll be able to test the wind abilities. So here we are. Let's switch to the Sennheiser first, just to see what difference a shotgun will make. It works. It doesn't. I'll leave. So now we're on the Sennheiser shotgun mic. Is it rejecting the traffic any better at all? Because that'd be a simple solution. Then I'm not tethered. That'd be nice, actually. It's quite windy right now, so how's that handling it? Are you hearing anything? Better not. I found this wind muff's pretty good. It's not perfect. It's not like these lav mics. These are the best. Can't beat something like that for wind. I've been in hurricane winds. I'm like worried about the audio. I get it back. It's like nothing. Fantastic. So, did the Sennheiser improve our lives? If it didn't, boy, have we got a solution. Okay, now we're on the Comica. The Comica, oh god, it's the Sig Lav VO5 version 5. I'm happy with it. It's just the quirks that I've mentioned. It's kind of annoying to have so many different things and power bricks, and there's a loud truck. That distracts me in real life, but then I get it back and you can barely hear it. That was a major incident in my life, and you probably didn't even hear it. So how's it sounding? I know it's a little compressed, but I don't mind it out here. I just want level. I want you to be able to hear me and not so much what's out there right now. The only problem is if someone shouts to me, you might not pick it up. I've heard some good jokes, and they did not get picked up here. So right now we're at the maximum gain, and it probably doesn't sound very good. It's a little high up there. I don't think it clips. Don't quote me on that. It might. But it's just it's so compressed that everything is like a shouting spree. So let's see what happens if we turn it down in real time. I'm down a little bit. How you doing? Down a little bit more. How y'all doing on that one? There's a police officer. He's about to arrest me. But I will not let him. I will not let him. Can we turn it? Turned it down a little more. He's pointing his radar gun at people. Trying to, let's zoom in on him. Oh, we have to do it. Take that, officer. You're doing your job. And I'm nailing it. Oh, God. That's so smooth. May you arrest the person who's just late for work. You dickhead. You dickhead. You have a mask. Arrest him. Okay, now that I zoomed in, I'm quite worried that the audio is out of sync now. Oh, he got one. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, now we're back at a normal level, and I want to test the low pass filter, which should help even more with traffic noise. So let's do that. Right now it's not on, and we're about to switch it on. Of course there's no traffic. The last car there, okay, there's some coming. So let's just switch it on. It's on now. Did my voice get weirder? Wrong camera lens. And can you hear that less? It's got a lot of features. I'm very happy with it. But the other mic that was just a gift that they sent me, I don't even know what it's called. It doesn't need any of this battery stuff. So it might sound worse, but it's much more convenient. So if it sounds better, thank you so much for the gift. And that's the one I'll probably be using most of the time. Because then you don't have to worry about the battery. I can't see that light. And it's harder to see in the daylight. But it probably sounds a lot better. Let's switch to it and find out. I figure we better turn the low pass filter off before I switch, so you get a semblance of what this is like and remember it. And now we're gonna switch to the no-name lav that's weird looking. Okay, now we're on the new lav mic. It's a no-namer, and it has a weird colored clip. It's a very strange one, and the cord is like clear instead of normal black, and it's got this hump that means nothing. I don't understand why it's there. There's no like power switch or anything on it. Is it just me, or did that sound a lot like the lav mic wasn't even plugged in? Oh, that's good times. I have no idea why. That's the problem with these little adapters. It's like, maybe it wasn't. It was. But if it ain't imperfect, you get no audio. The hell? We're on the front-facing camera. How's it sound now? We still got traffic coming. There's traffic. How's it sound? Does it sound better than all the other stuff? So let's enjoy the outro where I just confidently got up and vlogged the rest of the video with this mic that wasn't plugged in. So you're just hearing the worst of all scenarios. The internal mic with no wind muff. That's good times. But it'll illustrate why you don't do that, ever. It was okay. I'll leave. Now I don't have to worry, because I forgot to mention, some of you dickheads are going to forget to turn that thing off, and then you're going to go to use it and the battery's dead, and you have to go buy a new one. You can't just charge it. You should have a spare on you, so it won't be the end of your life. But if this is, and that reaches much further, so I'm not limited. Still tethered like a baby. Not bad. So thank you, Comica, for sending me. They offered me a bunch of different mics. Shotgun one, weird ones that like split. I'm not a huge fan of the shotgun mic. Even though it's easier, it doesn't reject the traffic noise as well. So I just prefer this type of system. But now that we have this, oh, that is fun times. I think this is the ultimate vlogging setup. It's just weird skin tones. Quality is not your main goal here, but fun factor. Can't see yourself. That hurts. The worst thing about this kind of setup, it has a giant screen on the back, so everybody can see exactly what's happening. You can't hide a damn thing. Unless you had one of those flippy cases, but you'd be a moron if you did have it. So affiliate links down below for the mics. Thank you, Comica, for setting them. I forgot to say, they sent me the mics for free. I get to keep them. That's how you do it, Lawa. Learn your lessons, Lawa. So thank you so much, and I'll be using them, and I highly recommend, maybe. I'll let you know right here if this one is better than the powered one to my ears, and if it's good enough. If not, I don't mind using that. It's just a little clunky, but it works. So thank you for watching and buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt. Does my hair look as dumb as I feel it does? It does. I'll leave. Subscribe for more, but nothing.